welcome to the Rain Day Art Club, where we do art and we rain and we club. These are my two. Oh yeah, I'm Jade, Queen Raccoon. These are my two awesome hosts, Ember and Ava.
Yo, what's up?
Hi!
Hello,
I
Internet.
remember you. Hello,
Welcome to
Internet.
Game Day. Welcome
I
to
feel like we
Game
introduce sometimes like it's like, yeah, this is the first episode we've ever done. But I like it. It familiarizes people. Sometimes this might be someone's first episode. We don't know.
Real.
If it is your first episode, say something in the comments. Say
In that case.
And if it's not, say anyways. Please, it really helps engagement.
Say anyways.
Yeah, give us engagement.
Real.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, put an emoji in the comments if this is your first time, but I was going through and I could only think of there's no towel emoji. There's no towel or blanket emoji. That's weird to me. I don't get that. Meanwhile, there's like 50 different like circles. I don't understand.
Yeah, just stop being lazy, take a picture of your towel, and then just send it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Reply in the comments with a picture of your towel.
I was gonna say, they should open up YouTube comments to have pictures, and then immediately I was like, I absolutely should never happen.
God, no, please.
Great thing.
This podcast isn't monetized yet, so if you want to help us, give us your credit card number in the comments below, so that we can help fund the podcast, so we can get more guests.
No.
I know.
Stay safe out there. Jade was just showing everybody a very in-depth description of what to avoid online. If anyone ever says that to you, run. Run as fast as you can away from them.
Yeah.
Unless it's us, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
It's fucking 90
well, anyway.
Art.
That's so hot. Shockingly, where I am, it's usually very hot.
Oh, I saw y'all are transitioning into art. My bad.
I was going to. This is more fun. It's usually very hot where I am. The world seems to be burning right now, in more ways than one, but in the very hot type of.
Ooh, political.
And it's not hot. Sorry, no. When are we gonna have the like intensely political episode of this? I'm ready. But anyways. It's usually very hot where I am, and in this time period where everything is burning down and everyone's going through a heat wave, I'm just kind of, it's nice and I'm chilling. Things are okay. For now. It will get hot again, and I will be.
It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow.
No.
I swear to God.
I saw this one guy make like a hat out of ice, and I'm just wondering how the hell does that not just drip all over you? I guess it would be good if it did.
If it's cold enough to where the ice is outside, then it'll probably stay as ice, or unless it like snowed overnight or something. I don't know.
Put yourself into a popsicle.
Yeah,
well, what a perfect transition into doing art. Jake, did you want to add one word?
I was just also trying to transition into art. I'll be real.
We love it. Look at this gorgeous piece that you made. Oh my god!
I spent like 3 days on this art, which
good.
I know that can be kind of normal for a lot of artists, but like I have this thing where I rush myself a lot. I usually spend like 1 day at most per art piece, but for this one, like I really wanted to put in the extra effort, so I spent like 1 day per like section to make sure that I can give everyone like as much detail as I can. Basically, this is me trying to replicate the Resident Evil, I don't remember if it's 25th anniversary, I think. Just the anniversary art where all the characters are sitting in like their own thrones, kind of themed around it. So I asked these two what their favorite flower is and what color they want their chairs, and I just made this because I thought it was really fun. And I am really happy with how it turned out.
It's good.
So fucking good.
Thank you.
Before we get into this, I do also want to say, for people who either spend a lot of time on their art or don't spend a lot of time on their art, neither way is necessarily better or worse. Like it isn't like, doesn't inherently mean that it's like, this isn't good because I went through this very quickly. Like it can absolutely be good if you make a quick piece. And then stuff like this, it's like, well, actually, I want to put more time into this. Like, entirely up to you. Both ways are great. This turned out amazing. Oh my god, the colors are so pretty. I love the way that you did the flower. Like, oh my god, this is
Thank
so
you.
good.
I definitely did really struggle a lot with the flowers that Ava picked, but I think I still
Yeah,
had them turn out pretty decent.
they're really
Because they're just
fun.
so peak. Is that why?
Yeah,
They're just so peak.
they're surprisingly like complex, but I do really like them. I want to
Mhm.
practice those ones a bit
They
more.
smell really nice.
Nice.
Mm.
But yeah, also,
Which flower is that? Yeah, which flowers are these?
It's sweet iris.
I honestly
mm,
never remember what. I don't remember what my flower is.
yeah, for
I like.
very sorry.
I don't know. Go ahead.
For like some of the details like surrounding everyone, right? For me, I have like a
Yeah.
bunch of shadows behind me. For Ava, I hid like some of her OCs just in the background. You can see like Jade's
Jade.
eye beacon there, the little alien dude on the left. But for
Oh shit,
Ember,
that is Caesar.
since
I didn't notice that.
I already had like mush on the head, Grob
That
next
looks
to her, and
nice.
then the cat like on her shoulder. I didn't really know what else to put in the background, so I tried to just make it look like kind of leafy. But the first concept of trying that, I accidentally made it look like the generic military camo decoration, if it makes any sense, which just did not fit you at all. So
Very not my vibe.
I had to try to like redo that a
Yeah.
little bit.
I think it turned out so well. It's very, I think, too, part of what really emphasizes it is like the colors. I think that this is a very like the purples and greens and all of it very much. And I think this applies to each of the individual thrones, which have different colors. Uh, the color schemes really emphasize the vibe of the piece, and also I think this is just something like, that you can apply to any piece if you're doing it in color, which is very much that like. Also, I have been searching through. The flower is the maroon anemone or the burgundy anemone. Uh,
Nice.
but
Those
anyway,
look awesome. Do you
yeah,
think
oh
that
my
the
god, those are
drawings? Do you think that the drawings like represent our personalities?
I feel like there's definitely some. Feels like there's some coming from each of them of like bits and pieces of our personalities. We are
Well, Jade
widely
looks like a mob boss.
personality people. Yeah,
You
I
hit the
look like.
Godfather.
I feel like,
I 1000%
yeah,
agree.
mine very much doesn't represent like how like people watching this or watching my stuff
Mhm.
see me, or like even how a lot of my friends see me, but it very much is just how I am like when I'm truly like off camera, just alone, just very just fucking just tired a
Locked in.
lot.
Sleepy, tired,
Yeah,
surrounded by flowers, unbothered.
for real.
And the ember's all wholesome.
Exactly.
This is very much in line with. I don't know if there's that much of a difference between like me on camera versus me off camera, because I just kind of see all of it and I don't think about it much. Uh,
Mm,
but this does definitely feel very like in tune with my vibe of like we're just having a wholesome, lovely time surrounded by nature and a bunch of little guys who
Yeah,
are all just having a fun little goofy
all that
time.
good stuff.
I love it. It's so fun.
I'm not sure what mine says about me.
The pose strikes very very strong. I think I like
yeah.
Very silly, I'd say.
it.
I will say I
I
am
am.
so proud with how I did the fucking arms on Ava's.
Oh my god,
It looks
yeah.
really good.
It's so
The coat is
goddamn.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. The way that you fit the coat to this pose, like it looks so good. Oh my god. I think a little like design adaptations like that are always so fun to see. Of like stuff like Eva's coat is usually very bulky and goes like down like past her waist and stuff. And it is like there's more amorphous around the arms. And with this, it's like it's still very clearly like that's the coat, that's Eva's coat, but it is very like
Yeah.
stylized and adapted
Yeah.
to specifically this piece.
Yeah.
And I think that you did that in a way that isn't very good, in that you're like not overly trying to salvage like, well, this has to be the like super amorphous like large, fluffy coat. Like it can still be iconically what it is, be that coat, while still like looking different or being presented as like that sort of like type of crop jacket or like crop sweater. Like, oh, it just looks so good.
Do you know what's funny? It looks like we're like judges, so we're judging people.
Yeah, we are the council.
The council.
I liked one of the
The
responses
council
that I got
decides
in the Discord where someone said, "Now we can finally vote for which one is our favorite."
Finally, at
Is it
long
baby?
last. That's so funny. Vote in the comment.
Go to get the engagement.
If
We need
you
the
are
engagement.
new, vote in the comments based on this incredibly limited basis of everything.
You get like they definitely like they're very different. It's to the point where like
Yeah.
you have like 3 different options. Like
Yeah.
but that's exactly what I just said. Yeah. No.
This definitely feels like you would like this feels like a like character select screen. Of like you're
Yeah.
at the beginning of a game that has plot that's loosely based on the characters, but then you're just kind of going through the like wacky shenanigans and whatnot. You're like, these are your 3 protagonists. They might not talk the entire game.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
especially Jane.
maybe less so like protagonists and more so like 3 houses kind of thing. But like it's not Fire Emblem, so it's actually interesting.
We
look like villains in a platformer.
We look like the console that you're not sure whether or not it's like at the very beginning of the game you meet them and you're like, oh, these people kind of control everything. And then throughout the game you figure out whether or not they're like actually on your side or whether they're like the main antagonist.
Well,
at
least
there
for
could be ambiguously both. Always.
At least for Jade and I, we look like we're like evil bosses.
You definitely give off the like evil stepmother vibes. I think the head tilt and like something about like dark flower vibes. I think also gives the very like Disney. I said this when you initially texted us the finished product. I was like, this makes me want to be an evil Disney stepmother because it very much has that like evil queen in disguise in the forest. Maybe not even disguise, but just
mine's the more outwardly evil one.
Yeah, very
Yours is like
charismatic.
the very silly over the top one.
Yeah.
Yours is more like the inverse.
Yeah,
Where it's
very imposing.
Very on the inside you're pretty evil, but like you're like you're like very calm and stuff. And then Jade is just the real the scary one.
I'm not realizing I just did the exact same thing with mine and Ember's hands. I did not mean to do that. We both have one hand just with some kind of hair in between the fingers. I have my own hair, you have your cat's ear, and then we both just have the other hand just resting on top of something else. Mine, my own hat, and then yours was cropped. Oopsie.
We love it. Yeah. Like it's really funny. In a way that when I saw this, no part of me was like, oh, this kind of needs to be changed. Absolutely not. It's very much like, it's really funny how I'm just kind of grabbing It's like absolute pinch in his face. Yeah. Just a happy little frog. I love how all of these turn out. The 3 vibes. Tell here we go. More engagement bit.
Yay.
Tell us in the comment what vibes you get from each of these.
Real.
What houses? What would be our houses? What would our houses stand for?
But make sure, like, every sentence, instead of like using a period to separate it, instead just hit comment and then start doing a new comment for the new sentence, so that way we get more engagement. I love exploiting my fans. Let's go.
You love exploding.
Very smart of you. That's true.
Kaboom! Transition.
We're not exploding. We're encouraging.
Real.
We love a segue. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you
Is
know?
it John Segway?
He died on a Segway.
He died on a
Sometimes.
Segway. Poetic justice.
Yes.
No, that's
it
alright. Makes it seem like I wanted to.
This looks ominous, and I see like a little eye. Okay. Is it intentional? Is the moon over the horizon Like it looks like an eyeball to me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
There will always be eyes, and like if there's one thing you can count on, there will always be eyes. There's something about like I think large or otherwise highlighted or focused on like details that are like circles or just anything that invokes the idea of like an eye or eyeballs looking at you. I think immediately catches people's attention.
There we go.
And I think that that's it's a good thing to keep in mind of just like people see a lot of faces and stuff. You can kind of make that like, oh, I want this tree to be friendly, and you can give like round face shapes to it, or like, oh, I want this to be a little scary, ominous vibe, and like the trees have like sort of scary, angry, all of that good fun stuff. I guess this is more specifically with like nature scenes. But for this one in particular, I wanted because this is Bramble in a Pokemon. It's the unevolved version of Tumble or of Brambleghast. I think.
Tumblr.
Anyways, Tumblr.
Tumblr.
I feel like there's not a love for this Pokemon, but I adore this little guy. Just a little guy with two like almond eyes. We love it. But it's a little ghost type. I don't think it actually glows, but I was like, I want there to be just a little bit of a glow, and then behind it have the moon so that it like emphasizes that glow, and the mood in the atmosphere. And honestly, I just needed something to put back there. um, but yeah, just a little desert theme.
I will say.
I noticed something like. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, we're so gaming. The shadow that like perfectly just like shows the shape of like all the stuff. I don't know why it just feels like a hand going into my chest, going under my heart, and just jiggling it like slightly. It's so satisfying to look at that shadow.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was. Well, I was gonna say it looks like a bunch of legs, and
Ooh, yeah. Sort of
they're very
striking.
like. Yeah, it looks like looks like a
Yeah.
Silent Hill creature that's made of just legs,
Oh yeah.
and the shadow. It looks like it says Chili's.
Oh my god!
Yeah, oh my god, it does.
This episode brought to you by
No.
Chili's.
Sponsored by Chili.
Have it your way.
Wait, are they? Wait, oh no! Chick-fil-A is the homophobic one. Never
Chili's,
mind,
you
we're
should
good.
sponsor. Yeah, Chili's, you should
Chick-fil-A hates
sponsor.
us. Don't go Chick-fil-A.
Hi, welcome to Chili. Okay, yeah. They want us to
Yeah. Yeah, go to the RDAC Club chicken pop-up shop.
Yay!
Hey, come on, Chili's. You
We
know you
use
want to
real chicken
sponsor it.
Yeah,
sometimes.
sometimes we
Yeah.
whatever Jade finds in her closet.
Yeah.
We just throw it on the stove. Yeah, but
So this piece, occasionally I'll want to do just like especially for backgrounds. I'll start it off as a not necessarily challenge, but just as a means of like I kind of want to do something different, or like just go back to practicing painting fundamentals. So for I used a couple layers. But for the different parts of the background, I made sure to do it all in like one layer, just because I don't necessarily know if it's like good practice or anything, but for me in particular, who comes from that sort of artistic style of like you have like the one layer, you are painting the whole thing, it is one painted layer. Which was very similar to last week's was very much focused on like I'm just gonna do one layer and then it turned into a thing. For this one, what I usually do in contrast is I'll do like the block shapes with the colors and then clipping mask onto those, which is just like specifically staying within the shape of them, and then do like shading and texturing on those. But for this in particular, I was like, I just want to go back to painting fundamentals. I want this to have a more painted look. And so like for the background, just kind of focusing on like how do I make these lines distinct and stuff. All of that is to say, there is no one right way to do anything. Even if you have a more desired look, like for my regular paintings, I would probably want to put more like fog to have a distance between foreground and background. But for this one, I was like, I'm not really stressing it. I just kind of want to make this piece of this little Pokemon that I love that I don't see any fan art of. And yeah, and then you can turn that into something that you really enjoy. So this isn't one of those that I going a little bit back to what we were talking about earlier. I didn't spend like days on this. Well, I guess I did, but like I didn't spend as much time on this as I do on a lot of the other paintings. But I'm also really happy with this. I love my little guy. I love
Yeah,
this
looks
whole Tumbleweed.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, all of your artwork has like an existential horror kind of thing going on.
Thank you.
There's like always like some like very Lovecrafty, like just some big monster.
Definitely more on the ominous side for this one than some of my other art. But that's where my home is. I love it being a little mysterious, a little dark.
Also,
Because it
what
looks
were you
like
saying?
yeah.
Sorry, me and Ava keep speaking at the exact same time.
Yeah.
But what were you saying of like this being a Pokemon that you really like that you don't see a lot of fan art of?
Yeah.
It really reminds me of like this statement of just everyone, like every Pokemon is someone's favorite.
Yeah.
But that's also got me thinking of like, imagine if you have a kid who is a big Pokemon fan, so you would think that buying them like a Pikachu or an Eevee plushie would just be easy or something. But then their favorite Pokemon is a Tumbleweed. So how do you find merch for that?
Get some twigs outside.
Is there any emergence of Pokemon?
Surely there. I think at I think they're called like Pokemon centers. But there are shops, and I'm pretty sure one of the main ideas of it is that you can find merch of anyone because the Pokemon company very much knows like every Pokemon is someone's favorite, even if it's not necessarily popular. So I'm pretty sure that surely there has to be. I haven't looked very far for it because this isn't my favorite necessarily, but surely someone's favorite is
Pokemon. Favorite Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon number?
Oh, Mimikyu for sure.
Wait, do we do this question right?
Yeah,
We did it a little
Mimikyu.
bit because yeah.
Anyway.
Well, what's it? Hold on. No, gotta complete the trifecta.
Okay.
Think of a Pokemon. Name
Hold
one
on.
Pokemon.
Okay, go for it. Jade, you go
I
first.
already said Mimikyu.
It's Mimikyu.
Both are Mimikyu?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Palkia.
It's a good guy. Oh, that's good Pokemon. Very fun. I feel like doesn't get a ton of love, despite being a box legendary.
Yes, I love Mecha Godzilla Pokemon, basically.
I like maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I really like the like horse redesign in Legends Arceus, which I won't describe any further if you haven't played it and do want to. But I love that design so much. Oh my god, it's really cool.
I'll have to see it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon. Love Pokemon. I think too, building off of what Jade was saying of like every Pokemon is someone's favorite. I think that there's a lot to that in and of itself is very fun. I'm just like, okay, like give love to everyone that you can, or all the little Pokemon. But more broadly, I think with the art topic, like just because something is like a sketchier style or like an anime style or like these things that I'll say it like art snobs are like this isn't good art. And someone will like that way more than someone else likes it or someone else likes something else. Like every style appeals to someone. Like the way that you do art should be based on how you think you want it to be. Like you can implement like skills in that of like, oh, I know that like this makes something pop better, and so I want to implement that, or like, oh, I know that like, oh, like this type of lighting, or like this type of line art, or like maybe lineless, or any number of things, like this amount of gesture drawing, this clean of line art, like all of that. There's so many different ways to do art that the best way is the way that you enjoy most and that you see as being the most artistic and expressive of how you want it to be, which can be very like I just want to make a thing that looks cool, and it can be something that's like, I want this to really mean something, and maybe not have a ton of aesthetics. Like, all of it is incredibly valid.
Mm.
I think we say that a lot, but don't go over what that means. But it's like, oh, every single one of them is someone's favorite. And they should be all treated as beautiful.
If you are watching an art tutorial and they start by saying, "Are you tired of your art looking like shit?" Or like, "Are you tired of your shading looking fucking terrible?" Stop
Run
watching.
away.
Skin them
Get out of here.
alive. They are not there to help you. They are there to have you watch their video. That is it. They are just there to hook you, to keep you there.
Yeah.
Eat them. Eat their flesh. And then kill their family too, because like they raised that guy, so you know.
Well, maybe not that far, but
Your honor.
don't watch their videos. Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say
Back
is
in
just
the
don't
basement.
engage with it.
Yeah.
Back in
In
back
that
in the
one,
basement.
the advice that starts with like, well, you're bad, and so here's how you can be better, is very rarely takes into account your very earnest desires to improve at things that you want to improve at. Like being
And
better
usually,
at art is incredibly subjective, and it should be based on what you think is better.
the people who make those videos, their art sucks anyway. So
Real.
and,
It can also be good.
like,
Yeah.
at least the ones I've seen,
Huge. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is bullshit. It's like basic stuff, or they're like, oh, I use AI or some shit like that.
Anyways, if you're tired of
You
your
know,
art fucking sucking, just keep watching us, so that way we can train you.
Just keep watching it. Yeah.
The-
Practice
what I did-
perfect. Check in with yourself and what you want your art to be. Often stay true to yourself in that. The best art that you can make is the art that you believe in. Which
I know
is
this
very
sounds
cheesy, but
I know it sounds bad, but what I did when I was younger, I just copied all the manga and comics I would read until I knew how to do by myself.
Yes. I think there's a very negative attitude towards like tracing and stuff, or like copying styles or basing your style off of styles, as long as it's with proper credit, especially if it's something that you're like monetizing for, or just are like, I obviously don't take credit for other people's art, but getting your footing by basing it off of something that not only do you like but is also established. But more importantly, that you're like, oh, I love this style. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to make my ideas like that. Like, it's a phenomenal thing to be like, okay, I don't need to focus on like every little thing. I don't need to know all the terms. I don't need to do any of this. I just want it to kind of look like that. And then the more that you do that, and the more that you learn about what little things contribute into that, and then you learn about all the factors of just like little qualities in art that you can have your little slider board and adjust the scales and all of that. And it's just a bunch of like art and learning about art is never about like the quantitative, I know everything about it. It is very much as like, well, what works for me? What do I need to know to make it work for me in the way that I want it to? And I love that, and we should encourage that.
Yeah.
Should we John segue hawk onto Ava's piece now?
What the fuck?
Fun fact, did you know? This is such a cool... Oh my god, I love
Did you know?
drawings.
Oh, thank you. So I was somewhere where I didn't have my tablet. All I had was a paper and a thick, little chunky Sharpie, you know. And yeah, I just drew a little thing.
That's very cool.
I'm not. Thank you. I'm not sure how it turned out. I wasn't able to plan out the drawing usually, so I just kind of just did the line art only on the spot. So I tried my best.
That's so sick. Oh my
And I can
god.
tell because it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God, there's just I love this style of like very many lines, and yet also this is not like busy. I think that there's a very like, it's a balancing act to have a lot of details, especially with something that like this where it's a grayscale thing, or black and white specifically, where it's like You have line art and open space and like empty space, and that's all you have to work with. And the empty space very much is a thing that you're working with too. Of like, I mean, just for a very specific and basic example, like look at like the top of the skull. Like you have that open space, and it's like that clearly is something that's the skull. We know that, but then that doesn't have as much line density as like the cloak, like the leaf cloak. And you see the difference in that, like all of these lines contribute to there's texture going on here, there's movement going on here, and it's all in line with that. And then you get more like harder details of like, regardless of this movement that we do see in different parts of everything, from the details of like the movement lines and all of the direction of everything, like you have these like harder rigid structures of like the skull and the arms and the feet and the, or not the feet, the legs, well I guess both, but it's like,
Yeah.
there's so much good stuff to learn from this is just a phenomenal line work piece.
Thank you. I haven't drawn this character in a while, so I thought it would be a good idea, and I finally came up with a name. Yeah, it's in the corner.
You stole my wife's name.
How do you print it?
Oh well, it's Calavero. It's Spanish for skull.
Yeah.
Well, I added an O because it just sounded better for the name.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just Spanish, you know. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, God,
Yeah, this is a Mexican skeleton, by the way. Canonically.
we love it.
Yeah.
This piece is so good. I'm just looking at the I think that leg that's sticking out.
Mhm.
The way that you drew that is so good. Like you can tell like
Yeah.
the textures wrapping around it and the way that it's like, oh. I'm just looking at that and appreciating so many different things about it.
Also, I love the
Oh,
goop
texture.
around the soul star.
Oh,
A little paint
that's supposed to be like
Man.
yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it looked like blood or not, but like yeah, it's supposed to be like spray paint. Like you just like threw it on a wall or something.
Looks really cool.
Thank you. Fun fact, I guess. You see like the flowers on the floor.
Yeah.
I got this from I think from it was like what movie was it? It was like Princess Mononoke, I think is how you say it.
Oh, no.
Uh, yeah, Mononoke. Sorry, I can't. I'm bad at yeah, that movie. There was like I think it was like I forgot what it's called. It was like this entity that like when it was like the deer thingy when it walked,
Mm.
like flowers and stuff would grow underneath its feet,
Yeah.
and then when it walked away, the flowers would die. So I was like, it'd be really cool if he did that, where like as he walks, it creates like a bunch of like greenery, you know, and it creates like it basically creates life as he takes steps, and as he leaves, like it's very evident that like his presence is what's keeping things alive, you know, and whatever he touches can bring life, and when he leaves, it takes it away. So it's kind of like it kind of goes with like the balance of like his design, where it's like something that's dead mixed with like these trees and branches and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's such a phenomenal like tie and just like a dynamic between this character who's very like emblematic representative of death itself
Mhm.
being this like natural force, because it is. Death is a natural force. And then having that be like, this is in tune with nature, this is tied in, like the life death mix in that of everywhere he goes there is life, because you can't have death without life, you can't have life
Yeah.
without death. And oh my god, I love that detail. That's so good. I thought it was just in a little flower bud, but that makes it way better.
Yeah. All of that is created by him.
That's such a cool detail.
If they like,
Yeah, because you can see.
if they like create life and brings things to life as like they walk around, I'm just imagining them go to like an open casket funeral. Just they go walk up to the casket and then the body just jolts up, just suddenly just filled with life, and then as they go away, they just fall back.
Absolutely haunting.
I can't say too much, but I might be using as a concept similar in the future for Soul
Let's
Stone.
go.
Because the little June, the little guy I usually draw, he has these powers too, but it's like at a very smaller like amount. It's obviously a human can't really handle the power of like something this like this like entity. So it's such a massive thing, but um he can heal people and stuff like that. Like if anyone like June, if anyone in his family gets hurt, he can like use his powers to like heal wounds and patch people up, and it's definitely like a more of a healing ability rather than something you use to fight. So I definitely thought that fit his character more. It's more of a pacifist kind of thing.
That's so cool. I love that vibe being associated with like figures of death, and just in general, I love like characters that are figures of death or representative of it, or just have that within their theming. And then, more specifically, I think that a lot of those characters are very like aggressive or like very like demonic or evil.
Mhm.
But I love the take on it of it being very like this is kind of just super chill. This is a thing that's gonna happen to everybody. And whether or not that is now or in some long amount of time, it's still gonna happen. So let's be calm about it.
I wanted to
And
make him more, yeah. I want to make more like welcoming. Very like I don't want. His goal is not to scare people. It's to kind of give them comfort.
I love that so much. That's so good. I I think this is my favorite character. It or Headline, but I love all of I love both of your characters. I adore all of them.
Gaming. Speaking of
Yay.
characters, John Segue.
Speaking of characters, did you know?
In terms of
Street Fighter.
in terms of segue breeding,
Gotcha. Anyway.
I feel like we all jumped in on that segue and immediately bailed before it crashed.
I'm sorry. Just every time they'll say, "Did you know?" That's just it's just the
Did you
first
know?
thing.
Every time I say something, okay, the beep continues. It continues. I'm throwing hands and data.
Do we want to do any more art stuff, or do we want to move on?
I think I'm good. Oh, speaking of throwing hands at Jade.
Speaking of throwing hands at specifically Jade.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like this.
Unless I was in a fighting game.
We don't have a punching thing in the soundboard. That's
I do. This is rapid punches.
No.
However, that's
No.
anyway. So what the fuck was the topic again?
Okay, so I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Fucking
introduce us, Jade.
I think I mentioned this on Blue Sky. Hot take because I'm hot and it's my take, so I'm right. Every franchise, every series, every game should just try at least once to make a fighting game with their characters. And if you disagree, fuck you. So I was thinking, what if we just talk about whatever series from like other shows, movies, games, whatever the fuck. Whatever we think would make a interesting fighting game, like out of that series kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Oh,
yeah.
Alrighty.
The problem is a lot of stuff I like already has fighting games. Because if I said Batman, I mean, well, does Injustice? I don't like Injustice, by the way. Hey, hold on. Everyone, Injustice fucking sucks.
Real.
Injustice sucks.
But we all know that though.
Or come
on. Hold on. It makes me so mad that thing exists. The story's the worst fucking shit I've ever seen. Okay, yeah.
So when I made my list of like fighting games that I would want, one of the things was literally just DC, but not Injustice. Because I think like a DC fighting game that leans more into like the comic style would be really fucking cool. And I think it's cringe that they're just doing not violent Mortal Kombat, just with DC characters.
I think. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I think it would be really like I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, they had DC versus Mortal Kombat, which was at least I thought it was a little better than Injustice. But like having just like a game like that would be really cool. Like the like like Marvel vs. Capcom, like having like a more stylized game with DC characters would be super cool, but they don't do it because they're too busy with like fucking realism. And
Real.
I need to say one thing. I'm this makes me so
Yeah,
mad.
we've been talking a
Stop
lot about this
making
off camera.
stop making fighting games hyper realistic. It makes me so mad. I don't Mortal Kombat 1 looks like shit. It just looks like regular people in like over designed costumes. The only good character design is Ermac when he has like that one skin where he has like a fucking mask on his face with the eyeball. That looks cool, but everything else sucks. Okay. I do not
Real.
want hyper realistic graphics in my fighting games. I want style. I want it to look interesting. Like I don't even play Street Fighter. I think Mortal Kombat's better, but I think Street Fighter has better design. Like it looks a lot better, and it makes me so mad that we have to go in this trend where everything has to be just regular people getting torn to pieces. That is just gross. I don't want to see that. I want to see I want to see like
Yeah.
stylized people get torn to pieces.
It's
Anyway,
uninteresting.
it makes me so mad.
Absolutely. I think too there's something about like from purely a design perspective, which is like generally how I approach this, because despite having SSBM Super Smash Bros. Melee in my name, or like in my online name, I don't really play other fighting games. I kind of just play that one. And I hear about other fighting games, of course. But because of that, I mostly approach it from just a like design perspective of like, oh, how is this designed? I think that's interesting. I think this could have been done a different way. All of that. And specifically with this topic, which we have talked about a lot off camera, of just like everything is so like, and we've talked about this on the pod before, but like everything being so realistic, like just things looking realistic doesn't necessarily, like that's not better necessarily. Like very like detailed, realistic graphics are kind of only as good as the thing that you're still like it looks detailed, it looks realistic. What's next? That's not interesting on its own. We live in like
We live in
we
this
already
world.
do that. We live in this world. We don't need to see it again. But when you have and this is very much better communicated when you have a more specific style. If you're trying to express to the viewer, the player, like this is interesting, which is I think what most games probably want to do. It's like if you want to be like this is interesting, you got to give them something that's interesting, not just the reality. And so yeah, you have this more like stylized thing of like maybe I don't love every character's design in this, but I love this game's style. Like for example, like Rivals of Aether, which I've played a little bit of. But I'm like, I love specifically the art style in that, and even if I don't really care about a couple of decent amount of the characters' individual full style or designs, I think they're good, obviously. But even if I'm like, these aren't my favorite necessarily, I'm still like, I like this style, and it looks good on this character, and they made it in a way that's very interesting. And I think that thing too, there's something like charm. Charm is nice, and I think that there's some negative attitude towards it of like, oh, it's very fake, or like, oh, this thing is like not real. It's very, oh, what's it? Very, very immaterial, very intangible. But it's very real, and especially with games like a charming game. Like, who doesn't love a charming game? This thing that you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, I just like this. I feel better about this. So make more stylized games. I love the idea of like comic. I feel like that classic DC Marvel comic style would be so good in a
Like Marvel vs.
give me
Capcom is
Spider
so good.
Real.
Yes.
Like Blue Venom is so fucking cool, and visually it looks like candy. It's just candy. Oh god, I love it. And then I don't want to see like, yeah, with Injustice everything's gray and brown,
Real.
and like it's just like a random
It's
dude with like
uninteresting.
armor that looks like Batman. No,
Yeah.
It's even worse than
And
like
that's not
the.
Batman. That's a dude in a Batman suit.
It's even worse than the fucking piss tint that a lot of shooter games had in like the early 2000s. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Call of Duty sucks.
Yeah,
Call
yeah,
of Duty just sucks too. At
real.
least Halo's better because it looks interesting.
Real.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm getting
But
heated. Hold on.
I think my most wanted fighting game would be fuck Dead by Daylight, fuck Mortal Kombat, make a horror,
Well,
make a goddamn horror fighting game. Put Jason,
oh shit, yeah.
Freddy Krueger,
I know what you
Ducky.
mean.
Springtrap,
Okay.
Slenderman, Chucky, all that shit.
This
Put
is
them in an actual fighting
Trump.
game.
terrifying.
Put Ghostface in a
Anyone
goddamn
who's
fighting
scared
game that
of
isn't
that.
Mortal Kombat 1. Please.
Oh, that's not actually
True. That
I'm not very well versed.
people have been wanting that for a while.
That makes sense. They're very iconic characters that I think fit that vibe of like, especially with fighting game characters. Not every character has to be hero. Honestly, it's better if they're not all of them are. Like, it's fighting games like having like Ganondorf or something, like King K. Rool or like Meta Knight. Like, his main protagonist not really okay, but like having one of the appeals of these fighting games, and I'm very based on Smash Bros, so maybe it's not like this everywhere. But like you get to see everyone fighting. Like that's the whole point of it is the fighting game, and it's just a fun mix of battles between like, what would it be like if these two protagonists had a fun little scrap? Like, what would it be like if the hero of this story faced off against the villain of that story? Like that kind of thing. Like Bowser versus Link. It's like that sort of thing is just very fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I really like that idea of like just like the horror genre. All these incredibly iconic, well designed, very scary, invoking characters all together sounds very fun.
You could just take the entire cast of like guest characters from Dead by Daylight and just drag and copy them into a better game. Boom, there you go. Have I ever mentioned I hate that fucking game?
Yeah,
I
most
had a
games that we haven't talked about, you hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that one is for a reason that you two would actually agree with me, because it has the best roster I've ever fucking seen. But the game is just tag. Like, they spent years trying to get Jason Voorhees just to have him tag you. Like,
well, I mean, it's not really tag. It's more like stabbing through your chest and shit.
Tag, but more egregious and just more annoying.
Okay, I would play the game. It looks fun. I know Jade hates good games.
I thought
like
it was fun too, and then I tried it, and it's just fucking. It's you just walk around.
Yeah,
you're just a Division 1 hater.
Yes, for good reason. Because hating things leads to making better things.
I like to enjoy the slop that I get fed, and yeah.
I think it's
then they'll keep making slop and keep making things worse.
Mindless consumerist.
I did really enjoy the game when I played it.
It looks really fun. I want to play Springtrap.
Is Springtrap in the game?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
What is that?
That's
really funny.
For one of the games I would like to like, I know there. Okay, so I want a Godzilla or a kaiju like fighting game. I know there's like there is games that are like that where but it's more of like you get dropped into an arena, like it's like a 3D arena. You can move around in every direction, and and that's cool and all, but like
those
I
aren't
want
fighting games.
like a
I don't care.
I mean, they're just fighting. There's fighting games, but like I rather have like a 2D fighting game. Where like even like it doesn't have to be just Godzilla. Like I would love if they added like Gundam and Evangelion.
Hear me out.
And you can just play as.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Crazy guest character. What is his fucking name? Clifford.
Clifford the big red dog.
Yes.
Back in the basement.
I would have made him day one.
I've heard the argument, is Clifford a kaiju?
Yes, he represents the power of love.
So.
I think you can make a very strong argument.
That's true. But for like a Godzilla thing, I would love to see it like the EVA Unit 1, the purple one, for people who don't know. In the fighting game, you could fight against fucking Godzilla. That'd be super cool. And like the maps can probably just be like around the world, but like they're just really small. And like I would like if there's interactive like buildings you can destroy, but I do want it to be in like 2D, that'd be really cool.
Imagine Iron Giant in that. In a game that doesn't fucking suck.
Yeah, besides the other one.
Real. I'm not going to say the name of it, Warner Brothers, but
What guest kaiju would you put there?
I just fucking said Iron Giant.
Well, it doesn't count. It has to be a good one.
I don't know kaijus very well. Regigigas.
Oh shit.
Pokemon.
I like that.
I only references Pokemon. Those are the only big ones I know.
The Ender Dragon, fuck it.
Yeah, Mother
Yeah.
from Isaac.
I feel like they realistically they would put like King Kong.
Oh, for sure,
And,
for sure. King Kong,
and
Godzilla, all the related ones in that game,
Ridley,
probably.
King Ghidorah,
Ridley!
size that bitch
Gamora,
up. Like, hell yeah.
That,
Gigan,
there we go. A game where he's supposed to be very big.
Ebra,
Full
Big
size Ganon,
Bowser.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Anguirus, Destroya, um, fuck, there's King Caesar.
The
You guys
dragon
remember
from
it.
Neverending Story.
Your mom.
The
Anyway.
dragon from Lord of the Rings. The
Oh,
Jabberwocky from Alice in Wonderland. To us brillig
me
in the
and Jake.
sliding toad. The
Me and
Gyron
Jake could be in
Jabberwocky.
the fighting game.
That's true. You are both now kaijus.
We're officially
Damn.
kaiju after I
You're officially
fucking
congratulations.
shit out of Jade. I won that battle, by the way.
We'll
You can
never
see.
know. We'll have to
Well,
see that. We'll have to watch the
I know.
movie adaptation.
Oh yeah. You have to watch that video
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a full animated cutscene of us just fighting to the death.
Yeah, there's a whole movie where you get to sit next to me and just be like, "This is crazy."
I love lying to our audience.
What was that?
I love lying to our audience. That would be really fun. I think if either of us get into like, if anyone out there is super into what we're doing, and is also incredibly good at doing like giant fight animations for like anime stuff. Here we go. That's a perfect one. I love
Yeah.
this topic. I think that this is very much a there are so many fun characters to imagine all together and like interacting as their monstrous selves and otherwise together. I think it's
Yeah,
pretty broad.
like FNAF.
No.
But
The
FNAF
FNAF
version.
kaiju game. Dear God.
You see like a little child, and then you just fight them against Fredbear, and then fight the A7.
Real.
If you have
Oh yeah.
any character that you the viewer, I'm pointing to you right now. If you have any ideas of who you would want to
Jesus
see in a
Christ,
fighting
she's
game,
inside
I don't
my
like
head.
that. I don't like it. I'm scared.
If you have any ideas of who you would want to see in a fighting game, fighting with Jade Kaiju and Eva Kaiju, put it in the comments. Give us a little taste of that. What would it be like?
Also, draw some cool fan art. That'd be cool.
That would be
We'll say, yeah, draw
we
some
would
cool
love you
fan art,
forever. Yeah.
and we'll comment on your thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, wait.
Should we shout it? We should shout it sometime. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're quickly ending the episode because we're realizing we need to go soon.
but I do want to mention, I'll show it on screen while editing.
Yeah.
Ganclow
With
in
their
my
blue
server.
skies.
I don't know if they have Blue Sky,
Okay.
but if they do, I will mention it in the description. But Ganclow in my server, turn the three of us into kitties. Look at this.
They're so cute. It's oh my god.
We are
Yeah.
so kibbity.
They're so cute.
Committee.
And then we
Real.
also got some fan art from Skylar, Rouge Skylar on Blue Sky. We'll pop up her stuff here. And at Blue Sky. And then also Void. Void
Yes.
our good boy Void. Who also made this gorgeous art piece right here. And you can find him at
Hell yeah.
probably Void.
It's funny. We can't see anything. We can't.
No. It's right here, Eva. On screen, right here.
What?
Exactly right here, as you and everyone in the audience can see.
I will say,
Anyway,
this week has been like complete like whiplash of like, holy shit, it's like starting to get real now. We've had a guest episode and now 3 really cool pieces of fan art. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
I don't know why that scared me. I was like, wow.
maybe guess
not
next
fun.
week? Question mark?
We will see.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
The guest will be me.
Alright, I'm Queen Raccoon 85 on Blue Sky, YouTube, and Twitch.
I'm Ember
I'm the Soul Punk.
SSBM. Go ahead, Eva first.
Oh yeah. You go first.
Okay. I'm Ember SSBM. .bluesky.social or on Blue Sky. I also tonight at 7 p.m. There's the I Don't Mind comic Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or I guess Daylight Time. Anyways.
I'm the Soul Punk on Patreon, Blue Sky, and YouTube. And on Patreon, I got exclusive comic, and I have a bunch of demos and music and shit you can check out. Yeah.
Alrighty. We have a stream to get to.
Love is over.
Kaiju. Ah!